The Honor Magic 2. When Huawei introduced the Kirin 980 on the Mate 20 Pro, I was really impressed. But in that video, this is what I had to say. Now, as excited as I am to see the new Mates, I can't wait to see what trickles down to the new Honor phones. What about you? Well, we're seeing that today, and it's not just that, the Magic 2 also brings with it a trick or two of its own. Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Retech, and let's go unbox that Magic 2 right now. If you do end up liking this video, please don't forget to turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon. And of course, we have our monthly giveaway. Here's a card to it if you're into that sort of thing. Check it out. So this is the Honor Magic 2's box. Nothing much to the back. Let me take some ejector tool to it, cut through that plastic. The bottom mentions the variant. This is 6128. Opening up the box, we have the Magic 2 first. Let's take it out of that cover. Whoa. That looks amazing. Huawei and Honor keep pushing the envelope with gradients. So damn good. Of course, here's that sliding mechanism. Side by side with the Mix 3 now. Let me set it aside and see what else is there in the box. Some ejector tool to unbox the phones of the future, of course. We then have a promo card, some regular literature, a hard case. Here the bottom is left clean so as to not interfere with the sliding mechanism. Damn, again, that back. It looks amazing, doesn't it? Let me pop it back into the case and set it aside for a moment. And then what do we have? Wait, what? That's the 40-watt Huawei supercharger. If you think I'm being overtly excited here, well, that's because I actually am. I mean, this is not something I expected to trickle down to the Honor series. Here it means 0 to 50 in 15 minutes, 0 to 85% charge in 30 minutes. And that is just nuts, isn't it? This is the fastest charger on the market today. Of course, with the exception of SuperVOOC, but that's not mainstream and the discussion for another day. Anyway, coming back to the box, there's a Type-C cable, a Type-C to headphone jack converter. Oh yeah, no headphone jack. That's definitely a disappointment. So now, on to the Magic 2. Let's start with the things that make the Magic 2 different from the others. First, that all-screen display that Honor calls Magic Full View Display. Anyway, just like on the Mix 3, this is also a 6.39-inch panel. This is also AMOLED. The aspect ratio is also the same, 19.5 by 9, and so is the resolution, Full HD+. The display is good, punchy colors, excellent viewing angles. It's very similar to the panel on the Mix 3, not just with specifications, even with regards to quality. Where the Magic 2 one-ups the Mix 3 is with regards to the fingerprint scanner. Just like on the Mate 20 Pro, Honor's got an in-display fingerprint scanner here. It works well. Well, not as fast as a regular scanner. It's not all that far behind either, given the convenience of having a fingerprint scanner to the front. I find it an excellent addition. Another similarity the Magic 2 shares with the Mix 3 is the slider mechanism. Well, Xiaomi opted to go with neodymium magnets. Honor is using 5 sliding track. They're calling it butterfly multi-track, and it feels better than the implementation on the Mi Mix 3. Needs even less effort to pull it off. Remember that weird noise that I heard when tapping the top and bottom with the Mix 3? That isn't as prominent here. It's still there a little bit, but not as prominent. And while using, I couldn't really feel it. So anyway, that's that. So what does the slide reveal? Well, Honor's hidden the earpiece, and not one, not two, but 3 cameras here. There's a 16 megapixel f2 primary with 2 2-megapixel depth sensors. Why 2 depth sensors? Well, Honor states it is to help with 3D mapping and improve facial recognition. Instead of dedicated hardware, Honor's decided to go with an extra depth sensor, and the Magic 2 was quite quick to recognize my face, so only time will tell if it is helping or not, but as of now, it worked. It seemed to work well enough. Now the selfies we shot, they turned out quite good too. The edge detection on the portrait shots were on point for the most part. Here are a few more samples, check them out yourselves. While on the topic of cameras, to the back, we again get 3 cameras, bringing the total number of cameras on this phone to 6. We have a primary 16 megapixel f1.8, a secondary 24 megapixel monochrome sensor, again with an f1.8 lens, and finally a 16 megapixel sensor with a wide angle f2.2 lens. So no optical zoom, the pictures do seem good. Here are some more samples of the same. If I had to talk issues, I had one. It's not really an issue, call me greedy, but I really wanted to see the Mate 20 Pro's excellent video options here. You know how, for example, the one that makes the background monochrome and keeps only the subject in color? Yeah, that's not available here. As for slow motion, you do get 480 FPS 720p for a few seconds. The chip inside, it could probably do more though, because it did manage to do more with the Mate 20 Pro. Now this is the flagship Kirin 980 chip. It comes with a dedicated NPU. CPU-wise, it slots higher than the Snapdragon 845, but the GPU slots lower than the 845's Adreno. The practical differences here are negligible, so expect day-to-day performance to be more or less similar to what you'd find on a device with the Snapdragon 845, meaning excellent performance. The software here neatly complements the stellar hardware. This phone is running on Magic UI 2.0 built on top of Android 9 Pie. Though they call it Magic UI, it is basically MUI with very minuscule changes. One of those is a little controversial. If you know how we like to say, if you hate the UI, go on, use Nova. That doesn't really work here since Honor does not allow you to change the launcher. I'm hoping this is something only for the Chinese variant. And when this gets a global launch, that restriction would not be there, but that minor niggle apart, everything was fast and snappy, nothing to complain about, at least not in a hands-on video in the time I spent with it. Okay, so with that said, let's get to what I absolutely adore about the Magic 2. The wow factor of this phone, that's gotta be its back. Honor definitely seems to be stepping up their gradient game. I mean, Huawei is supposed to be priced higher, it's supposed to get the best, and Honor is supposed to come with a few compromises, right? But with this back, it looks, in my humble opinion, the Magic 2's back looks much better than the Mate 20 Pro's. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Again, it is a glass back, so it is quite a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Anyway, let's move on to the placements. Power and volume keys to the right, secondary mic and an IR blaster up top. Nice to see it there. A tray to the left, this takes 2 SIM cards. No gimmicky nano memory support here. And finally, the primary mic along with a Type-C port and the speaker reside at the bottom. This phone is 8.3 millimeters thick and there is a 3500 mAh battery inside. So now with all that, we finally arrive at pricing. The Magic 2 starts at 37.99 yuan in China. That's $550 or about 40,000 Indian rupees. Though we don't have any information on it coming to India right now, do you think it can be a OnePlus 6T killer if it does? Do you feel Honor has thrown in a lot with this phone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also do let me know if you'd like to see a comparison with the Mix 3. And here's a poll. Go ahead, pick which phone you want me to cover first, as in review first. Test and review. And with that, it is time I bid you adieu. Please share this video with friends and family if you can. Thumbs up, thumbs down, based on whatever you felt about it. Also subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of my content. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye bye.